Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures.
Yeah.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, today, y'all, was a big day in the career of your girl. You know who she is, Michelle Wu. Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston, the person who opened Boston's gates to everybody who's in the country without permission and said, come on over. We'll give you food. We'll give you shelter. We'll give you job training. What do you want? We'll give it to you. Oh, and you know what you'll give us? You'll make our city not only safer, but the safest big city in the whole world. That's practically the pitch of Michelle Wu. So now, today is such a big day in her career because just a few days ago, the Attorney General of the country, Pam Bondi, sent a letter to Wu and other sanctuary city and state leaders saying, you better knock it off, you better fall back, you better not obstruct us when we're going after the people who are in the country without permission. You better stop. And if you don't, not only are we going to hit you in your pocketbook, not only will we launch civil cases against you, but we will even come after you criminally. So today was the day that Michelle Wu had to respond to Bondi. Now, you can kind of guess. I'm going to let you guess what Michelle Wu's response was. But in case you can't guess, let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Well, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu has responded to an ultimatum from the federal government over sanctuary city policies. As WBZ's Penny Commit shows us, Wu says the city will not be intimidated.
Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures.
Yeah.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu responding Monday to an ultimatum from Attorney General Pam Bondi. End sanctuary city policies or risk losing federal funding. Today, Mayor Wu said, bring it on.
Silence in the face of oppression is not an option.
An August 13th letter addressed directly to Mayor Wu accuses sanctuary city policies of impeding federal immigration efforts and says they, quote, perpetuate crimes in our communities. But Mayor Wu says that's not true for Boston, despite an apparent surge in violence, including 4 reported shootings and 2 stabbings over just the past few days.
We will not back away from our community that has made us the safest major city in the country. Our police don't have to hide their faces.
The letter also warned that city officials who interfered with federal immigration enforcement could face criminal charges. Mayor Wu shot back, accusing the Trump administration of using fear to distract from its own failures.
Under the Trump administration, groceries are less affordable. Housing is harder to build. Cures for cancer are farther away. And good news on our economy has been as hard to find as the Epstein list.
Trump wants the city of Boston, Mayor Wu, to bow to his dream of absolute power.
Senator Ed Markey, city councilors, and several community leaders backed Mayor Wu as the deadline to respond to the letter arrived. While a counter-protester wearing a shirt that read "Shame on Wu" expressed opposition to the mayor's policies through a bullhorn before being arrested. Right now, the charges against him are unclear. Now the city waits to see what, if any, action the Attorney General will take, as Mayor Wu vows to keep Boston a city for all.
And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for.
From City Hall Plaza, Penny Commit, WBZ News.
Now, y'all, I think this was one of the worst decisions of Michelle Wu's political career. I think that as a leader of all Bostonians, she should have come out and focused on how she's willing to work with the Trump administration, particularly to get criminals off the streets, and in any other way that's acceptable. And say, look, we're open to negotiations. We're open to further conversations to see how we can meet our objectives and we can help the country meet its objectives. I think she made a huge mistake today, and I think that it's going to cost Boston.
Thank you.
All right, let's dig a little deeper on this by bringing in the Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin.
DOJ, Tricia, has been threatening to withhold federal funds from cities and states that are non-compliant with this new order. It sounds like going a step further now and actually threatening to file suits against some of these jurisdictions that are non-compliant with this. Are those suits going to get filed today in response to cities like Boston?
Well, I won't speak for the Attorney General Pam Bondi, but I will say I believe everything is on the table, including those lawsuits and including withholding federal funding. These politicians have to take action and stop playing these political games. 70% of the arrests that are made under this administration have been of illegal immigrants with prior criminal convictions or pending criminal charges. So these are criminals that we are going after.
I think that the Trump administration could penalize Boston. And I'm sorry for all my Bostonians and my Massachusetts. How do you call people from Massachusetts? Y'all listen, I'm sorry. The Trump administration, he could just flood the zone. Like Homan said, he could put 10,000 ICE agents in Boston and leave them there for 3.5 years to teach Michelle Wu a lesson. You know, that's an exaggeration, but something in that direction could certainly happen. So, y'all, I'm going on record today saying I'm not disappointed in Wu because I didn't expect any more from her, and I'm sure neither did you. But she missed a huge opportunity to go from being a local politician to a national politician. She's falling in the exact same trap that all Democrats are falling into right now, which is they think they must oppose Donald Trump come hell or high water. They think that no matter how common sense Trump's side, they have to oppose it. No matter how much sense he may make. And then I know people who are on that side will be, Trump never makes any sense. But he did get elected, didn't he? So he must have made sense to more of the electorate than the other people. So I think that she went the wrong direction. I don't think she should have caved necessarily. I mean, I do think she should work with the administration, but I don't think she had to cave. I just think she had to focus on what she would do. And I think that she would say, and I would like to have conversations about how we can meet all of our objectives. We want to help people. We want to be a welcoming city, but we also want the nation to meet its objectives as well. Because remember, it is part of the country. Boston is part of the United States. So that's my take on it. I think she missed an opportunity. I think she's going to pay dearly. Let me know what you think down in the comments, y'all. Do you think Michelle Wu and Boston are going to pay for this? I already said I do. And if so, what do you think might be the consequence? Let me know in the comments, but before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, y'all hit that subscribe button right now. For my people with a retirement, go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Put in your information, download the report to see how gold can help you survive these crazy ups and downs and rounds. Keep your money safe to retirement, people. And you can speak to my people at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.
We're here again today because last week, Boston received a letter from the Attorney General of the United States on official letterhead from the federal government threatening to prosecute city officials and withhold federal funds unless we cooperate with carrying out mass deportations. At a time when this federal administration is already causing so much fear and harm in our communities, these threats are serious and consequential. But our same communities have told me loud and clear that silence in the face of oppression is not an option. The U.S. Attorney General asked for a response by today. So here it is. Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures. Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law. And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for. We will not back away from our community that has made us the safest major city in the country and a leading example of why cities around the country make this country safer, healthier, and more prosperous for all Americans. To all the federal officials attacking communities that embody diversity, creativity, and moral clarity, we mayors said this in D.C. nearly 6 months ago, and I'll say it again today. You are wrong on the law, and you are wrong on safety. Most of all, you are wrong on cities. The cities that live in your minds are totally foreign to the residents living in our cities. And we are picking up the pieces of your failures to deliver on your promises. Under the Trump administration, groceries are less affordable. Housing is harder to build. Cures for cancer are farther away. And good news on our economy has been as hard to find as the Epstein list. But as always, cities are doing everything we can to protect our residents and keep moving forward. While you are cutting health care and food assistance for our families, Boston has launched new coalitions to connect residents to fresh food, stable housing, and job training to build healthy, long lives. While you attempt to unlawfully cancel grants for our schools and roads, we funded 10,000 paid summer jobs for our young people, opened 1,000 new seats in free, high-quality early education classrooms for our littlest learners, fixed more than 27,000 potholes, and repaved more than 80 miles of city streets. While you're slashing funding for our universities, hospitals, and research institutions, Boston is building pathways to community college and UMass Boston, joining with industry to train hundreds of residents for careers in life sciences and clean energy, and partnering with our city's largest employers to double the size of our health careers high school. While you deploy military personnel to occupy American streets, we are building community safety. Our police don't have to hide their faces. Boston police do not hide their faces because they are members of our community. Our officers keep us safe by getting to know our residents, not working to remove them. Back in June, the city of Boston filed a Freedom of Information request with ICE, demanding the bare minimum of transparency from our federal government. ICE talked a big game, promised that they would get us information, and it's been 2 months without any answers. So today, we will file a formal appeal, insisting that ICE produce the public records we asked for, and we're prepared to take additional legal steps if they continue to refuse transparency. Over the last several months, we've watched Donald Trump send the National Guard into LA and DC to stoke fear and disorder. Boston stands with these cities as they sue over his abuse of power. We have reviewed those cases, and we are prepared to stand up for our city's rights if we need to. Your attacks all come back to a common aim. The Trump administration seeks to divide, isolate, and intimidate cities and make Americans fearful of one another. But Boston is proof of something far more powerful than lies and intimidation. That safety and community come from loving your neighbor as yourself. Attorney General Bondi, we are gathered here today to show you who we are in Boston. More than 100 years before your home state was founded, Bostonians were across the street in Faneuil Hall setting the foundation for our democracy and rule of law. 100 years before that, Bostonians were founding the first public school and public park in the country. This has always been a city of revolution, of innovation, of standing up for the public good, and never bowing down to tyranny. With me today, our fellow public servants and veterans, public safety and faith leaders, civil rights advocates and labor union members, teachers and business owners, entrepreneurs and artists, youth and seniors. This is our city. This is our country. And I'm so proud and grateful to show the world who our community is here in Boston and what we're made of. Cities aren't a threat to America. They fuel the American dream. They bring us together. Great cities make our country great. Boston will never back down from being a beacon of freedom and a home for everyone.